so sorry. It's such a joyful noise out there going on. I love that. Good morning. Thank you, Nancy. Oh, lots of good energy today. Lots of good energy, as usual. Well, I'm Courtney Fuchs. I'm Vice President of the Unity Council, and we welcome you to Unity of Fort Collins, where, as you can feel, there's a very palpable, beautiful field of joy and love and community. It's such a beautiful, I felt it the first time I was here. I don't know about you guys, but it was just instant. Do we have anybody that's here with us for the first time today? We have somebody here. We have a welcome packet for you. We have a couple of them. We have Gail, can you, over here. We've got two folks. If you'll just raise your hand we have three folks. You'll just raise your hand one more time. She's coming with a welcome packet for you. We hope you see all the good stuff that's going on around here. Oh, right there in the blue shirt in the back. Raise your hand. Oh, okay. Green, did you get one? Okay, and then Kathy, do you want one? Okay, we got one up here, Gail. Okay, awesome. I get it. You already got a welcome packet, but thank you. Awesome. Well, welcome, and there's coffee and treats by the bookstore. You're welcome to have it in the service as well, so feel free to grab yourself anything that you might need. We welcome all of our online participants, too. We have a beautiful community out there that watches us online. I imagine you all in your pajamas, which is kind of envious of that. But it's also a great place, just a reminder that if you see a service that you really enjoy, you can always go to our YouTube page and watch it again or share it with a friend, so please do that. Today, our speaker is Rev Sharon, going to talk to us about voting for God. Woohoo! Yeah. And Leanne is going to be our reader. We're so excited to have her back with us. Yeah. And then our musicians are John Magny and the choir. So it's just a gangbuster Sunday. I do want to put a little plug in for next Sunday. Julie Schoenbauer is going to be speaking next Sunday, so don't miss that. Excited to see her. Laura, if you'll click the slide, we have an update on where Ann and Robert are. So they're in Cape Town. They leave this week to go to, I don't know how to say it, Mauritius, I think. It's that little landmass in the middle of the ocean over there. It's so they're heading there this coming week. But right now they've been in Cape Town for about, I think it's like 10 days. Yeah, so they're making their way. So they're about halfway through. Youth and Family is going to continue Unity Kids World Tours, kids just like us. Today they're learning about England. Is that right? They did that before. Okay, doing it again. Cool. Can't learn enough about that. The chaplain of the day is Jenny Hout, and she will make an announcement about prayer chaplain.
I'll be back in the myrtle room if anyone is in need of prayer. Come see.
There you go. So, myrtle room, if you didn't hear that, just down this hallway. She'll be back there. There's a prayer chaplain meeting today at 11:15 in the Rumi room, which is just beyond the myrtle room. Do we have anyone that wanted to say anything about Friendsgiving? Yes? Lil?
Of course. Tell them a joke, okay. No, I wanted to thank everybody who helped with Friendsgiving last night. We had so much fun. And I can't appreciate, let's see, there's somebody at home online watching today, Jenny, who really helped a lot with setting up and cleaning up and stuff like that and setting up. So thank you, Jenny. We've got Friendsgiving baskets back here that you can bid on, and on the 17th will be our final bid at 9:45. So you have to come early to service if you're going to get your last bid in.
How many baskets?
I don't know. I think there's only over 24, 25. Yeah, so, I mean, we're having lots of fun with it. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. No, I don't have a joke. December 13th, we're going to be going to Red Tail Ponds for Christmas caroling, and we'll have a sign-up sheet for that later, but put it on your calendar if you're interested. Thanks. Oh, I've got somebody else that's going to talk about the movie.
All right.
Kelly.
Hi, guys. All right, I'm bringing this down. So a couple Julys ago, my husband and I spoke about what it's like raising a trans child and the journey Oh, is this good? And the experience we had of wrapping our head around a young child who said, I'm a male, and what it's like raising him. And now there's an incredible movie out called Will and Harper. Has anyone seen it yet? Well, we're showing it next Sunday. Next Friday. Next Friday. Friday the 8th. This Friday. This Friday. We'll get it. There it is. Okay. And I just want to say that it's won awards, recognition from Telluride Film Festival, Sundance Film Festival. And I just want to say that having a friend like Will is what I want in my life. Will Ferrell, the comedian, you might know him from Elf, he is dear friends with Harper, who is the head writer for SNL, Saturday Night Live, and at age 61 recently embraced her true identity as a female. And Harper used to love road tripping across the country, and when she did it, when her former identity was male, it wasn't a problem for her to go to certain places. Well, Will Ferrell said, how about we do a road trip across America and go to those same places, the truck stops, the CD bars, and see what it's like for you as a woman. And it is so incredibly powerful. I am deeply moved. LJ and I were deeply moved by it, and so we invite y'all to come out and watch it this Friday. No, it's Saturday. Friday. It's on my calendar. I have a babysitter. I got a babysitter 2 weeks ago. Everything's a blur right now. Anyway. 7 o'clock. All right, y'all. So, hope to see you there.
If we totally confused you, I hope you're signed up for the weekly newsletter. It'll have it nice and clearly in there. Okay, where are we, Lizzie? Oh, has everybody noticed that they haven't had to put on their coats or an extra sweater to come to church? We had the thermostats adjusted, so it's much warmer in here, and we hope you can feel it and you're enjoying that comfort. Polestar community, they're having meditations before our Sunday service now. They have a break at 8:30 from their meditations. They actually start themselves at 6 a.m., and then there's breaks at 7:30 and 8:30, but they've invited us in particular, is this right, Michael, to come at 8:30? Is that okay? Okay, so anytime, but yeah, but if you wanted to come like kind of right before service, 8:30 to 9, you can meditate with them, but absolutely, she says you're totally welcome as of 6 a.m. It's in the Rumi room, and yeah, it's chanting and meditation, yes? Okay, wonderful. So anyway, thanks for the invitation, and it sounds like a really lovely thing to start the Sunday with, so we look forward to that. Sharon reports that they had a very good turnout at Heart Talks this week. Did anybody attend that wants to raise their hand? Oh, nice. Okay. So she'll be doing that every Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the Myrtle Room. So I hope more of you will join us there. The outreach team is facilitating a food drive that begins today, and it'll continue through the month of November to help those in need in northern Colorado. So there's bins over here on in the entry with a list of items that are particularly needed for the Larimer County Food Bank. So please bring those in. You can obviously come when Julie's here too, 9 to noon on Monday through Thursday, or you can just bring it next Sunday or on Sundays. As most of you know, I think by now, Janice Ballard passed away in October 7th, and we're having a celebration of life for her November 9th, which is this coming Saturday, at 3 o'clock. And there'll be a reception afterwards in the Friendship Room, and they're requesting that we wear white to the service. So if you come, please wear white. Community Lunch Bunch is heading to Cafe Mexicali today at 11:30. And Unity is turning 50 in 2025. I mentioned that a couple Sundays. It's February 2nd. It's kind of funny. It's exactly February 2nd that they started in 1975. Sunday falls on February 2nd this coming year, so that's kind of fun. But we're going to pass a clipboard. We've passed it before, so if you've already put your name and when you started coming to Unity, you don't have to fill it out again. But if you haven't filled it out, just put your name and approximately when you started coming. And then also, there's a few of us starting to try to make plans and just brainstorm on what we think we want to do to celebrate that. So that meeting is on November 14th. It's a Thursday at 1 p.m. So if you'd like to join in on the brainstorming, just contact myself, Nina, or Barbara Weimar, sorry. Her email says Bashir. I always get that mixed up. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, and I don't know where the clipboard is, but we'll get it in a minute. Going. Okay, take a deep breath. Let's center ourselves, and we'll say the unity prayer. Our unity centers us in light and peace, allowing us to recognize our God within and to radiate that love to the world.
All right, for our music program, this week we're going to start with something special. And that is Daniel McVeigh. So play his It's a song it's an original song of his called "Love Is a Rainbow Flame." While he's getting set up,
right here.
that our choir is going to practice again on this Wednesday at 2 p.m. We've changed the time to 2 p.m., so anybody who can make it.
Testing. All right. Well, John Magny approached me last week, asked me to play today, and he said, "Do you have a title?" And I was like, "Well, normally I don't, but this week I came up with one, and it was Love is a Rainbow Flame." And before I start, I want everybody to take a deep breath, and if you feel like it, close your eyes and picture your favorite color as a flame. And once you have that flame in your visual or in your mind, I want you to expand that flame as I play and as I play a meditative tune. And the beauty about this song is it's different every time. So, enjoy.
Beautiful. Love that instrument. They're hypnotic. Thank you very much, Daniel. All right, now we're going to have a reading from Leanne. She's back.
I'm going to share a Rumi quote with you in a little bit, but I want to tell a short personal story that came up for me this week as I was thinking about the topic, Sharon's talk. A lot of you guys know about a month ago, in a very simple accident at home, my dog knocked me over and I sustained an injury that has taken more than a month to heal, and it really impacted my mobility. So there was literally a period of about 2 weeks when I couldn't even walk my dog every morning, which, needless to say, she was not happy about. So I have a friend who, he and I are polar opposites politically. And we still love each other, and we're still friends. We've had enough discussions about politics to know that we can't discuss politics. So when I was immobile, basically, he showed up. He showed up and walked my dog, I don't know, 8 or 9, maybe even 10 times out of those 2 weeks. And every morning when he came to my door to pick up my dog and the leash, he walked right past a very blatant political sign in my front yard and didn't even look at it, didn't bring it up. He just walked my dog every day. So for some reason, that little tiny act has really made me think about it. It's, do we agree? No. Do we understand even our differences? Not really. But do we hate each other? No, we don't. So Rumi said, out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase, each other, doesn't make any sense.
I love that poem. All right, now we're going to get the whole choir up here. We're going to do something that Sharon has requested of us. So in the spirit of bad puns, which I think was going on last night, why was that poem she read so expansive? Because it was by Rumi. I made that up myself.
Just make that up right now.
Yeah.
That was really pretty good.
Yeah, really great.
Should have been there last night.
Well, that's what I was inspired by. I heard that Lil told some jokes that there comes a time when we heed a certain call and the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will make a change. We're all a part of God's great big family, and the truth, you know, love is all we need. Oh, 'cause we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. Oh, send them your heart, and you know that someone cares, and their life will be stronger and free, as God has shown us by turning stone to bread. We all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. Yeah, we are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
So when you're down and out, there seems no hope at all.
But if you just realize there's no way we can fall,
Now, just to realize
realize
that a change can
Change.
only come
when we stand together as one. Oh, we are the world. Are the world.
We are the children.
We are the children.
We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving.
Let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making.
Yours we're making.
We're saving our
Oh,
own
yeah.
lives. You make a better day. Just you and me.
Just you and me. We are the world. Oh, you know we are the children. Start giving. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. It's true, we make a better day. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. All right, thank you very much. Thank you all. We'll be back a little bit later. I think you're on there, Rev Sharon.
Good morning. Several of you asked me where Jim and I were last night. Well, we weren't out in the bar dancing. Jim is spending a week in Dearborn, Michigan with his son and daughter-in-law and 2 grandchildren, and he went back at this time of the year to go trick-or-treating with them. So he's reading books and playing games and entertaining and going to the park. So he will be back on Wednesday. And I have just a standard thing I've had for years. I do not do anything social the day before I'm speaking. So because it was just me and the 2 golden retrievers, I've done a silent retreat for 3 days. And if you've never done it, it's really just perfect. So several weeks ago, during my quiet time, during my meditation time, I just opened up to Spirit about what I should say today and waited for guidance. And I waited. And I waited. And the only thing that would come to me was vote for God. So that's where we're going to visit today. And I usually don't talk about politics in a spiritual setting. And I'd like to say I'm not really going to this morning, but we'll see. So we are on the doorstep of an important election that will decide the next president of the United States and where we go. And for many of us, it has seemed like that campaign has gone on forever, and forever, and forever. Much has been said and projected by each of the candidates, and we have been bombarded with ads that try to state the worst about all the candidates. This presidential election has had an unusually sobering impact, and a significant portion of the people of the United States are feeling heavy. While nearly half of the voting public will be happy with the results, for others, the loss will feel emotionally devastating and seem untrue. Thus, the problem. There are always people on opposite sides of every election. So whenever anyone weighs in, rest assured, there will be someone else who will disagree, perhaps intensely. However, this election is distinct from any I have witnessed during my lifetime. It has stirred up more division, more hostility, more slander, and more of a sense of us versus them than I've ever seen before. Friends have parted ways because you're on the wrong side. And families have experienced heavy, hurtful energy as they disagree about who is the best candidate. Recently, I was with my youngest daughter, and I thought carefully, brought up the racism that has surfaced in our country. She has a beautiful 8-month-old multiracial grandbaby, my grandson, Zane. So I expressed my concern to her about racism affecting his life. And I was told that I have this feeling only because I watch MSNBC too much. Which isn't quite true. And I was so tempted, it was hitting right here, to say, well, you only watch Fox News all the time. But I held my tongue. I want peace much more than I want to be right. And in talking with others, even here in our spiritual family, it seems true that there is a tension and a fear about the political climate in our country. After I sent out my recap of today's talk, our own John Magny sent me an email, and he said, last week, I told my Trumpster brother, I think Trump is going to win, and I'm good with it. Let him have it. Let you have it. and I was taken aback a little bit, but then I read on. He said it was quite freeing, really. I just try to look at it like the duality of the world. The duality of the world makes it necessary to have sides, which equals conflict. And maybe this most contentious time ever is because spirituality is ramping up too. Spirituality is ramping up too. I agree with John. Maybe we are in the middle of a spiritual lesson for all humanity. The election cycle has illustrated for all to see what America needs to heal if we are to realize our oneness. It seems that this election is serving as a lightning rod to embolden bigotry, xenophonia, sexism, and racism, as well as a backlash against immigrants, whether they are from Mexico or practice the Muslim faith. And as I look out into this room of beautiful faces this morning, all I see is people whose ancestors are immigrants. Is it possible that all this can serve as an evolutionary trigger to help collective humanity grow spiritually? Maybe, just maybe, what is bubbling up under the surface now is being brought into the light so it can be transformed. Although there's one caveat to this. Before we can get to that transformed space, it is essential for each of us to experience and honor our feelings when the election results are announced. Only when we let those feelings fully surface and we shine the light of love and understanding on them will we understand. And with that light, we will see them for what they are and address them accordingly. I have considered that it's a real possibility that all the negative judgments I have had traipse through my mind lately is really my shadow side, reminding me that I am capable of doing what I find so distasteful in others. So, as we do our inner work, hopefully, we will become aware that what is before us is the world of appearances born out of fear. Yet beyond those appearances, there is a world of potential that we might not necessarily see or understand right now without the evolutionary trigger of this election. So after fully experiencing our feelings and getting to the point of accepting the world as it is, even when we don't like it, only then will we be in the position to ask this question. What kind of world do we want to live in? For sure, most of us want to live in a world, we don't want to live in a world of conflict and anger and division. So assuming this is so, we can then ask, what is it? What is it that individually and together we must do to create a world of new possibilities? And what is my assignment to help bring about a peaceful world? I think part of our assignment is to make sure that our words, the words we use, and the actions we take are in alignment with our spiritual selves. which calls us to show up, no matter what, as love. We are at our highest and best when we don't use words or take actions that pollute the field of energy. I can feel the negative energy pretty much wherever I go lately. I feel others' fears. And I've been trying hard not to add to the heavy energy and fear. Yet I admit, I don't feel comfortable with all of the ugly words and threats. Sometimes it makes me fearful. In the Hebrew Testament, in the book of Micah, chapter 6, it says, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." This verse is still very applicable in today's world. We are here for the times such as these, to help create a world that works for all. No matter who wins the election, we need to remember we are in the place where God shows up. Think about loving others where they are, which is sometimes hard, but treat them as if they are where they can be. So on the lighter side here, I read that Calvin Coolidge, the 30th president of the United States, was once asked, "Who lives in the White House?" And he answered, "Nobody. They keep coming and going." And then there is this to think about. In 1840, a campaign slogan was promoting rural life and hard liquor. William Henry Harrison campaigned and won on the slogan, "Log cabin and hard cider." Sounds kind of good, huh? And so I invite you to think about this for a moment. Why does SeaWorld have a seafood restaurant? I'm halfway through my fish burger and I realize, oh my God, I could be eating a slow learner. So we have to remember, through all of this tension that's going on, that laughter is our gift. So back to more seriousness. On September 26th, Hurricane Helene slammed into parts of North Carolina. Reverend Darlene Strickland, the minister at Unity of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Mills River, North Carolina, reported that their buildings had a little damage and trees were down in the parking lot, but she was okay. But however, many of the folks in their community had suffered losses. So in early October, she wrote on Facebook, "A storm, whether literal or metaphorical, has the power to peel back layers of our existence, exposing the array of realities that coexist around us and within us." As we look around in the wake of the hurricane, we see the diversity of human experience laid bare. Some of our neighbors have lost everything: their loved ones, their homes, their belongings, their job, their sense of security, while others have remained untouched. Life moves on as one neighborhood is washed away and another is unscathed. These contrasting realities exist side by side, literally side by side, neighbor to neighbor. This experience is both confusing and sobering to me. It seems to highlight a dynamic, an essential truth. We never fully know the internal or external circumstances of another person. We never know what reality they are living in and coming from. Each person's reality is unique for them. It can be easy to become entrenched in our own reality, believing that our experiences are the only valid ones. Yet, this isn't reflective of the greater story. From a spiritual perspective, recognizing that multiple realities exist all at once calls us to expand our consciousness beyond our own conditions and experiences. We can perceive the bigger picture where many realities coexist, that both sorrow and joy are parts, sacred parts, of the human spiritual journey, of the spiritual human journey. For we are spiritual beings having this human experience. Holding the space of compassion allows us to acknowledge these differences without assuming we fully understand them. It encourages us to approach others with a sense of kind curiosity and a willingness to listen. We may not agree with someone else's viewpoint, but we can honor their journey and the reality that has shaped their beliefs. This is especially important in a time when division and polarization seems to be the norm. It's not us versus them. We are one. Like you guys saying, we are the people. We are the children. We're beautifully diverse and unique. Ultimately, we are all held in a greater reality because in God, we live and move and have our very being with love from my own colorful reality, Reverend Darlene. So in another Facebook post, she let us Unity ministers around the nation know how things were going in her area. And one of the messages she sent to us was titled, in caps, Truth Shout Out for FEMA and Friends. Let's be clear. The presence of FEMA and government workers are all across North Carolina in the wake of the hurricane. It is not a fraud. It is real-time and life-saving. These dedicated individuals are working tirelessly, side by side with us, fixing what is broken and helping us rebuild. Appalachian hillbillies, hippies, clergy, neighbors, and humanitarian workers coming together to restore what's been lost. It's real, and we need every hand on deck. So don't get caught up in the deceptive drama. It thrives on an audience. Instead, as the wise Mr. Rogers once said, Look for the helpers. They are everywhere. I can assure you, standing here in the aftermath, the helpers are everywhere in overalls, uniforms, turbans, baseball caps, bald heads, and cowgirls. We see them and we need them. They are the heartbeat of our recovery. We are together in unity. So 2 of the helpers that were up there in the hills were my granddaughter Rochelle and her husband Eon. He's a medic with the Army Rangers stationed at Fort Liberty, North Carolina. And after the hurricane, the medics went up to the mountains to help folks in any way needed. Rochelle is a horse trainer, a horse whisperer, and she's very compassionate. She has a heart for people, and almost more so, a heart for animals. So she raised over $2,000 for supplies to take to the people who experienced the devastation caused by the hurricane. She said there are people in tents waiting for help. And she said, Grandma, I'm concerned about the animals. So here's a little post of her journey on a video.
All right, team, I am fully loaded up, packed down so much that I had to steal Ian's truck because my grandpa truck couldn't handle it. But it was a local donation, and then 90% of what's here in the truck is stuff that I was able to purchase because of you guys or that you guys donated. So there's tons of stock feed. We got several, like 6 of the camping stoves. There's about 100 bottles of propane in there. All these bags are filled with sweaters, coats, gloves, hats, all that good stuff. And then the interior of the truck is filled with all the bedding. So there's 12 sleeping bags, full sleeping sets, several, like 10 of these fleecy blankets. We are loaded down and about to head out.
So I don't know whether she's watching today. None of my family wants to come to church when I'm talking. So there are helpers everywhere. Leanne's example of her friend who walked her dog. Our own food train, helping the folks when they need help in our spiritual family. Recently, a congregant was in the hospital over in Greeley. And after our Sunday service, a few members drove over there to visit him. The many small acts of caring and kindness we give to others. It helps. It really helps to create a powerful, positive energy that adds to the collective consciousness around the world. So continue to be kind. Continue to scatter love wherever you go. So back to the vote. I've already placed my ballot in the drop box, and I trust it because here in Colorado, we know it's good. And I've been notified that my vote's been counted. And I'm really grateful for the freedom that I have to vote. I have released my fears, most of them, about the outcome of the election, and I'm trusting the process. I'm affirming the highest and best outcome. I allowed the peace of God brought forth by my inner prayer and contemplation to be the energy with which I cast my vote. I voted for God. You can never go wrong. So when I opened my heart and affirmed the spiritual principle that none of us, not one of us, no matter who we vote for, are ever without the realm of divine power in us and around us. God bless you, my friends.
Vote for God. I like that. Okay, you know what to do here. Our thoughts are prayers, and we are always praying. Our thoughts are prayers. Listen to what you're saying. Seek a higher consciousness, a state of peacefulness, and know that God is everywhere. And every thought's indeed a prayer.
So I invite you to close your eyes and center yourself and know that you are a reflection of God. And from that place, we are helpers. So I invite you to think about your neighborhood. Think about your friends, the place you grocery shop. Who needs your smile? Who needs your kindness? Who needs a helping hand? Our world can be healed. Our country can be healed. It starts with people like us. So, loving Spirit, here we are. The light of you is within us. The love of you is within every breath we take. We are here to serve. We are here to be your light in the darkness. And so we go from this place today saying, here I am, God. Use me. And so it is. Amen.
May the blessings of God rest upon me. May God's peace abide in me. May God's presence illuminate my heart now and forevermore. May the blessings of God rest upon you. May God's peace abide in you.
action can change the love and light that we are and that we can express. So keep trucking out there with all that love and light. The world needs it. So thank you. The ushers can come forward. It's time in our service for our offering, which is just a wonderful opportunity to participate in the sharing of our resources with our wonderful church home. And a quick reminder that in addition to the things you can put in a basket, we have a QR code that will show up on the screen as soon as the blessing is done. It's also on the back of your bulletin. You can, from home, click the donate button on our website. Also, we have a credit card machine in the bookstore. So however you like to pay and donate to us, we got you covered. So let's bless the offering, excuse me. Hold on, Laura, click one more. There you go. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
Okay, we'd like to get our choir up here for one more song. That's another one that was picked out by Rev Sharon. You know, Rev Sharon she's really into music. She's very much into music. We've actually written a couple songs together. And we got the great pleasure of having Elise Wonder lead us in this one. And a reminder, she'll be doing the music next week. So we'll have a choir practice at 2 p.m. Wednesday.
With you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything, anything to keep believing in the power.
Oh, yes, it can.
Sweet in your heart and mind. Love can fill every place. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Everybody help me
Yes,
now.
I do.
Love can fill.
Love can fill the your heart and mind. Between your heart and mind. Love can fill every. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Don't you think it's Are you ready to let that sunshine in?
Let the sunshine, let the sunshine, let the sunshine in. Oh, yeah, let that sunshine, let that sunshine,
Oh, let it shine. Let it shine. Oh, the sunshine in. Oh, let the sun. Let it shine. I said, let it shine. Oh, let it shine now. I said, let the sunshine. You got to let it. The sun. Let's do one more. I said, let the sunshine. Let the sunshine. The sunshine. Let the sunshine. Let the All right, thank you very much. Yeah, that felt
It's
good.
the first Sunday of the month.
Thanks for
It's
helping.
Birthday Sunday. I'm talking from back
Coming,
here
come on.
because I had knee surgery.
Are you gonna do it from back there?
Yep.
I know, I've got you covered. You're gonna do it back there. Okay,
Sunday.
awesome.
Yep, I'm gonna do
Okay.
it from back here because I'm crippled today.
Do it.
But you're here at
But
all.
I'm here, yeah. So, if you have a birthday this month, this is the month of November.
Come on, you
would
November
please
babies.
Join us up here so that we can sing happy birthday to you.
do it. I'll do it. I got it. Okay. So we want you to say the day of your birthday, not the year, just the day, and your first name, please.
November 24th. Tom.
Megara, November 23rd.
Steph, November 12th.
Will, November 26th.
All right, there we go.
Lil, the 7th.
Nancy, the 27th.
Gerald, the 16th.
Bob, the 27th. Excuse me, 23rd.
Leanne, the 20th.
Karen, the 15th.
Tomorrow I turn 60.
Okay, sorry about the cord issue, everybody. Remember, babies.
So, you know why there's so many November birthdays? What was 9 months ago? Valentine's Day.
All right, everybody. Well, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear beloved. Happy birthday to you. One more time. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear beloved. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you all so much. John, we had a little confusion about choir practice. Is it this week or next week?
It is going to be this week. We added this on. We're doing actually this week and next week.
Okay, because the calendar does not have it on it. So we'll.
No.
Okay, so this
we
week
just
and
added
next week.
that.
This week, 2 o'clock.
This week, 2 o'clock. We're going to just do 2 o'clock on Wednesday from now
Okay.
on, I think.
Okay, 2 o'clock on
Whoever can make
Wednesdays.
it.
Come sing with these guys. Aren't they having fun? Come on. All right. Let's circle up, everybody. So we'll get the choir. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys. Yeah, you're dead. There's not another song? No, no kids. Sorry, no kids. Sorry, thank you. I should have said that first. I apologize. Yeah, we're going to circle up. Okay. Anyone that can't join us by standing, we will just encircle you with love. We're good. You are in the circle, no matter if you stand or not. All right, let's say the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And now we'll go on.